What's going on, guys? This is not a P Bandai kit. This is the worst fingerprint magnet ever, and this is Master Grade Monday. That's right, we're back. Let's get to it. Alright guys, that's right, we're back on Master Grade Monday. I know it's been a little while. The hurricane kind of messed things up, and it was just getting a little difficult right before that, but we're back with the final unicorn, and it is the Phenex. Sorry, now you can read it. Phenex, or Phoenix, for those who want to say things like that. So it is a Master Grade unit, and this thing, beyond all sense, is not a P Bandai kit. This is actually a retail release, but the Banshee Norn was not. Makes no sense whatsoever. So this one, if anybody doesn't know, is from a small side story called 1 of 72. And basically they created another unicorn to test out all the new systems, stuff like that, the armed armor DEs. And I guess it ends up going insane, like the user can't control it, it ends up taking control of the thing. They end up actually having to dispatch the Banshee down here to go after it, and I do believe it ended up beating it. But this is also where we get the Ribawu, which I believe is right up here. And with any luck, hopefully I will actually get that RE100 Ribawu. I really kind of want that thing. So as you can see with all the box art, you got a big golden blue mess here. Actually looks really friggin' good. You guys know I love me some particle effects. I mean, that just looks really cool. Though, of course, can't possibly make it to where you can read the box, right? That'd be terrible. Nice look at the Banshee there. And this is the older Banshee, so he's got the claw on there. But he's only got the claw on this hand and not the other weapon on the other hand. It's a little strange, but hey, you know, I think Banshee was still new. I don't know. I haven't seen the story. Nobody has. So, Bandai 2014 there. Bandai there. Master Grade was way up there. And let's go down this way. And you've got gold coating. Yeah, no kidding. So you got destroy mode, obligatory front and rear mode. To mind you, on theirs, it has no fingerprints because they made that in a lab. And RX-0 Unicorn Gundam 03 Phenex. It's actually pretty cool. 1 of 72. And if you can read that, go right ahead. I can't because it's in Japanese and I'm not. You do have the cockpit that opens. God knows who actually pilots the thing. I don't. So front and rear view of Unicorn mode. Unicorn mode's actually pretty cool on this guy. I don't know why I set things up to where I can't look at the whole box. Here we go. And then you've got extra images there on the end. It's showing the head transformation for sure. Other than that, I have no clue why. Let's go this way. And of course, you got repeat of the box art. Gold coating! Now, I don't know if that means it's actual gold. If I had to guess, no. BandaiHobby.net, because it's 2014. The website was up and running by then. That's a nice close-up shot of the Phoenix. And come around here. And you get stuff and things. You've got, hey, it's got a gun. Hey, you've got Psycho Frame, but it's blue. Markings. Not on this one, you don't. Beam Saber. Beam Magnum. Yay for Beam Hyper Bazooka. I'm not pulling out the bazooka on that one. I don't really feel the point. Beam Tonfas. Oh, of course, the barrel extends, as we all know. And then you've got all the nice little armed armor DE stuff. Looks pretty cool, but of course it's ×2. And then you go there, and everything that's in the box, including water slides. I don't know why it came water slides. It just did. Actually, I know why it did, because of this. Now you've got all the normal warnings right here. Phoenixes are bad for your face. Phoenixes? Phoenix? I don't know. Phenai? I don't know. Ages 15 and up. Little guy with the toilet. And the artwork is by Morishita now Chica. One of my favorite artists. Can resurrect yourself from the dead, but can't resist being upside down. Alright, let's go ahead and look at this fingerprint magnet. Here we go. This is going to be a huge mess, guys. Because this thing is absolutely ridiculous. Now, in my personal opinion, before we really get rolling into this, the Phoenix looks absolutely awesome. Gotta love the twin armor DEs. Ds. Armor D. E. S. up there on the back. The new cool feathery looking V fin. And honestly, I really do dig the gold and the chrome. I'm sorry, the gold and blue look. Now, the main problem is, of course, the gold coating, as anybody would have guessed. And by the way, of course, it's going to make things hard to see because it's wanting to reflect me. Hi. So details and stuff are not going to be easy to see on this guy. And yeah, if you're working with anything that's gold plated, silver plated, any of those things, the titanium finishes, stuff like that, it's going to be a mess. So this thing, there'll be parts that look pretty clean and nice and shiny. Other parts are going to be really badly thumbprinted, like especially up here on the shoulders. Parts of the shield are going to be just an absolute mess. And even though I've tried to polish things up a little bit, even dust it off, it's not helping. I mean, the problem with the oils in your fingers and stuff like that is it will seep in over time. So, I mean, I would have to go over this thing every square millimeter to try to get it cleaned up. And right there, yeah, the problem with all these is a stupid crotch mount for the thing. Never wants to hold. The more back weight you've got on there, the more it wants to topple over. So, let's take a quick look at accessories for the nice golden god here. And you do get the standard little beam rifle. Of course, I gave it some gold detail. Also gave it some really nasty swirly silver. Don't know what I was going for there, but it didn't work. So just little details, silver, some darker gray. Mind you, I was really getting into painting details and stuff by the time I built this. So we get gold Gundam marker on things around here. I was trying to do a silver wash. Honestly, didn't look too good. So it is what it is. He does, of course, come with a bazooka. I probably didn't even assemble it if I had to guess. Now this one, unlike some of the other ones, does still open and close and will hold effectively. I actually do appreciate that for this one Gundam that actually will hold together properly. Now, spread his arms a little bit here. I'm going to rotate him up slightly because the armed armor DEs are on his back here, clearly. Rotate them around. I mean, it's just going to be a big shiny mess here. Hold on. And there he goes. Every single friggin' time. I was trying not to handle him. And then, of course, Gundam backpack problems. So I'm going to fold these up just real quick so we can take a look at them. They are on a really ridiculous kind of compound arm here. So it swivels at the base. It swivels right here. It swivels right here. That whole shield just fell apart, and it swivels right here. So really, you can pose these things all kinds of places. Wow, okay, I didn't even see that. That fell apart in the shield armor. That's never happened. That's kind of another problem with chrome-plated parts. They don't stay together very well. And one thing you guys have to realize, when it comes to chrome, what you're actually dealing with is clear plastic parts. So these things are all, anything and everything that's chrome is a clear plastic with a metallic color or cover, like a silver usually, and then hit with a yellow tint or yellow clear paint. So that's what all this really is. And you can see these just fingerprints and dust all over the backs of these guys. Just absolutely ridiculous. But I can go ahead and try to... Can I separate this, or is it all built in? I can't even remember how things go together. I know I can pull it off here for sure. Make my life a little easier. Put this big ridiculous backpack back over here. I will say he does stand okay, but he's been on a display stand his whole life. So he's never had to stand on his own 2 feet for too long. So, stand back there, you golden bastard. Get this out of the way. So the armed armor DEs are exactly the same as we got with the Banshee Norn, except for the fact they are cooler because they're gold and blue. The blue Psycho frame is absolutely awesome. I'm actually shining myself here with the thing. Now the blue, they never released it. I mean, it's almost like the final purified form for Unicorn and Banshee alike. You know, they show it as green pretty much in the thing, but of course he goes into blue at the end of the thing. So for some reason, this one was already that way. There is no real version of Banshee that comes, with Phenex, that comes with like the red Psycho frame or the green Psycho frame. Except I think there's an HG version of Phenex that's silver and comes with a red Psycho frame, which that's actually a really neat look. I think even one of the knockoff companies made a PG version of that. I could be wrong. And I was just talking about that. the chrome versus not chrome discussion. The Daban version of the PG Phenex, it came out before the actual Bandai release, but it was done in kind of a goldish, orangish paint, which is kind of similar to the animation model or the art drawing. But of course, Bandai, being the crazy people they were, decided to go ahead and make the whole thing chrome like you do. Of course, like I said, that's the biggest drawback of this. You can see all the terrible fingerprints and dust and everything on it. I mean, you gotta assemble these things with gloves, realistically. Get yourself some good nitrile gloves and assemble it that way. The other problem is nubs. Nubs do not clean up well. So, I mean, even though they did what they could to undergate some of it, you know, because it's a kit that existed before, it's hard to make a new mold that's undergated. So, now that's one thing that the PG does have. The PG is actually undergated, and some of the other newer models that Bandai's released that are gold are all undergated to protect it. But I did what I could, and you'll see it all over this thing. Did what I could to actually, you know, clean it up with the gold marker. But of course, gold marker does not replicate chrome in any way, shape, or form. So therefore, it's kind of sad. Sad. Okay, close this shield up if it will allow. Yep, first Master Grade Monday back, and already screwing everything up. Okay, close all these, and you will close. There it goes. Okay, so here we have the Armed Armor DE, all nice and closed up, and you can see right here one of the really bad nub decisions they made, right through there. Just right on the surface. That's a terrible, terrible spot, especially when something's got to be friggin' chrome. So I'm going to leave these transformed because we are going to put this guy in unicorn mode here in a minute. So leave these things all nice and transformed up and nice and secure. And if you are really that kind of a crazy person, you could totally mount one to the arm, though it is a pain, in fact. So you could totally do that. If you really want to see the look, you could totally twin arm that thing. Though he will definitely drop these, because that's what the unicorn do. It drops things. All right, so let's take a closer look at this guy, at least as close as we can. That's straight up in the chest, and you can see right up into his nice golden face here. So the head itself is straight up unicorn of any kind, slightly closer to actual unicorn than Banshee, but he does have this cool feathered V-fin or head crest to differentiate it. So they all have their own thing. That's actually pretty cool, because 99% of the rest of the Gundam, actually 99.999% of the rest of the Gundam is exactly the same. So he doesn't use any tricks like Banshee does. He doesn't have a fancy different chest or anything like that. It's all exactly the same as Unicorn. In fact, you could totally build yourself a straight up unicorn. He does come with a regular unicorn horn and stuff like that, if you really want to go there. Now, a couple things just to point out that I did to this. I went ahead and panel lined in gold. You can see that here on the hand. So pretty much anywhere I could, I threw gold in there, did all the fingers, stuff like that. In fact, on the body, it's going to be really hard to see right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. You can see the scratches and stuff like that. I actually did a gold wash over that. Now, I also did a gold wash over the blue Psycho frame. Now, there's going to be places you can see it better than others. Let's try right here on the crotch. Yeah, you can see right there. So literally just washed it over with some gold marker and wiped away the excess, and any of the gold left over built up in the spots. You can see it there, and you can definitely see it down here on the blue in the knees. So you get some more gold panel lining down here on the foot. And I will say, I built this one before I built the Banshee Norn, so I already knew what I was getting into with that armed armor. But this one holds together better. The legs and joints and everything are all way tighter than they were on the Norn. And you can see right inside there, a little bit of detail work. And right here is a perfect example of how bad the nubs are. So, I mean, otherwise, if you don't have those there, you're just going to have a white mark or a silver mark. So, see, like, unlike its brother, who actually ended up, having to beat it in the manga or film or whatever it was, short novel. This one will actually stand on its own. So that's a big difference. Now, of course, I don't have the armed armor DE on it, but those will make him topple over. But without it, he'll stand on his own. So that's actually worth it. I'm going to go ahead and get him in unicorn mode off screen. If you need to see how that's done, we'll go all the way back and reference the original unicorn video. Pop it up right here, and we'll be right back. And now we got the Phenex all nice and transformed and looking very shiny. It is. It's still very shiny. Of course, very muddled by the fingerprints and stuff like that, but of course, his unicorn mode is, well, the same as everybody else's. Let's see here. Well, the backpack wasn't really transformed, so I don't think I can put away the... Oh, yeah, I can. I didn't even know I could put away the beam sabers, because it's never been done before. But you can do it. I totally didn't know I could do this. Doing this a stupid way. Here we go. See, the other thing I did back here on the backpack was line these edges. I thought it looked pretty good. And if you want to do the same thing, it's just literally just barely running the edge of the marker along there. Also, I gave this a silver wash. I didn't notice that earlier because I was mostly concerned with it falling off. Stupid backpack. So there's that. Let's see if we can get the armed armor DEs on here. Only one of them has a shield mount, so let's assume that this one goes on this side, like so, and put this one on this side. Now this thing is bringing back some interesting memories of the 00 Quanta, and it's, well, mess. So if you have them back there, it's definitely not gonna stay. The feet, or the ankles rather, are a little bit weaker in this mode. They don't quite hold up as they used to. Definitely stronger in destroy mode, because the feet are actually, the ankles themselves are actually farther forward when it's in destroy mode. I wonder if I can get some tilt on it. Maybe that'll help. The joints are actually fairly well loose, at least back on that one. This one won't hold very far. I can tilt it just a little. There's kind of too many points of rotation. You can just kind of modify it however you need to. Of course, if one were so inclined, you could just glue them into a position and leave them. But yeah, that's going to be the Unicorn Phenex review. Let's see. Let me put them on a stand. Maybe I'll just be better off. And once again, I think after this review is over, I'm going to glue that stand peg in place because I'm tired of it popping off. So just like his brethren at this point, he's in unicorn mode. Maybe that's just what I'll do. I'll just leave them all in unicorn mode, not destroy mode. That might be fun. So if I tilt it that far forward, what happens? Watch, it's going to topple. It's going very slowly. Alright guys, that's going to be it for Master Grade Monday. I hope you have enjoyed all of these unicorn reviews. Technically speaking, there's one more to go. Whenever we do the final battle Banshee, that'll be some time down the line. I want to get away from the unicorns for the time being, because I have a couple build fighters and even a goof that I could do at this point. And Providence, we also have Providence. So, as always guys, I want to thank my patrons, Andy Tubbs, SteelAngelJohn, right there on the screen. If you're interested in becoming a patron, that's how you get there. That's how you do that. It's been a while since I've done Master Grade Monday, guys. And I am back, as you can see, in the Shoki Cave, at least temporarily, so I could get this done. And the wifey's taking back the table in the living room. But I'll catch you guys on the next review. We got some interesting stuff coming up this week. And remember, as always, keep on building.